One of these snapped at 27 kilos, one held 43. They came from the same spool. The 3D printing gospel. Wet filaments ruins your parts. Dry, trace it, move on. But nobody asks what dry actually means. Is the filament from the factory actually dry? Does drying fully restore strength or just appearance of it? And what happens if you push the dryer too far? One spool of nylon. 4 conditions. Real RC suspension arms. Parts that actually take a load. Let's find out what's happening inside the material. Polymaker COPA. Straight from the factory. No bubbles, no vapor, clean flow. This should be the control, the ceiling. Everything else is measured against it. This is what perfect looks like. It's time to make it wet.
That's what she said.
24 hours in a controlled humidity chamber. That sound is water boiling inside the melt. Every pop is a bubble, frozen into the part. The surface come out raw, the layers weak. I also sprayed a spool directly with water. Same results. Moisture is moisture, the source doesn't matter. The real question isn't whether it's damaged, it's how much. Same spool, dried at 170 for 6 hours. Standard protocol. And just like that, it looks perfect. Clean layers, smooth surface, identical to baseline. Problem solved, right? Not so fast. What if we push it past every recommendation? 24 hours of heat. I expected brittle, degraded, maybe unusable. But it printed good. Which means one of two things. Over-drying doesn't damage nylon, or the damage is invisible. We will find out it later. All sets annealed first. 170 Fahrenheit, 6 hours, same conditions. Dry and redried look identical. Wet? Look at these tiny yetis. That's not texture. That's thousands of microscopic voids, steam bubble frozen into the structure. They scatter light, which is why wet prints look a bit lighter. Less plastic, more Swiss cheese. Visually, two of these look compromised, but looks aren't load-bearing. Which one actually fails first? And does the worst looking part perform the worst? Let's break them. Simple machine. Rope, roller, digital scale. Pull until something breaks. 6 kilos for a chopstick. Not bad. Dry filament, straight from the factory. This should dominate. The hook bent, the part didn't. Update 1, reinforce the crusher. $38 kilos. Redried next. The lever shattered. Update 2, wrench from the toolbox. $41 kilos. Redried beats baseline. At this point, it's war of attrition between me and this machine. Here is what's happened. Chopstick, 6 kilos. Sprayed 27 and 28. That's the floor. Over-dried, 43 and 39. That's the ceiling. Red-dried, 41 and 42. Expected consistent. Wet, 34 and 36. Worse than red-dried, but not the worst. And then there is this. Factory dry, 32, 27, 38. The widest spread of any group, and the second lowest average. The filament that was supposed to be the control performed worse than the wet filament. The highest single result came from an over-dried filament. The factory dry, 10 minutes of air exposure while air spooled it, custom enclosure, Sealed bag. Still second worst. Either it absorbed moisture faster than I could protect it, or it left the factory wet. If you have a theory, drop it in the comments. I genuinely don't know. But the result that actually matters: dry your filament. Every time. Not because wet is the worst, because you don't actually know what's in that factory bag. Next, PLA, PETG and nylon head to head. Subscribe if you want to see the test.